Hello everyone, welcome to Spiritual Butterfly. Today I will be doing a pick a card reading. We are going to be looking at the messages your ancestors have for you. So I have 3 piles. This is pile number 1 with the starfish. Pile number 2 with this beautiful rose. Yes, a rose is still a rose, pile 2. And then I have this tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So, I want you to just ground your energy, see which pile is calling to you the most. You can't pick more than one pile. Remember that these messages are general. They will not resonate with everyone. Take what does resonate with you, apply it, and leave the rest. So I'm going to give you a few moments and then I will jump right into the messages. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell in order to receive notifications when I post. Hello pile 1, so if you chose pile 1, you chose this starfish. So I'm going to jump right into your messages and we're going to see what your ancestors want you to know. So Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 1? Messages from their ancestors. What does their ancestors want them to know? I have stand your ground and defend your beliefs. So yes, pile 1, your ancestors want you to stand up for yourself. Do not back down. Do not be afraid. I heard express yourself by Salt and Pepper. Do not be afraid to express yourself. Do not be afraid to show people who you really are. Your true authentic self. Do not go hide in a corner, fearful of what people may say, what people may think. No. In this season, your ancestors want you to stand your ground, want you to stand up for your beliefs, for your desires. This is a season where your ancestors are calling you to be bold, pile 1. So let's get some more messages and go a little bit deeper. Spirit, what does pile 1 ancestors want them to know? Messages from their ancestors. I have the Princess of this, the kindergarten teacher. For some of you, I heard like career options. You may have wanted to go into a certain field, a certain career. I heard like arts, artistic for some of you. You wanted to do something very different from what your family wanted you to do. And it's like you wanted to give in. For some of you, actually did give in. And you chose a career that you felt your family would agree with. But it's like in this season, Spirit is saying no longer. I heard like pleasing others. It's time for you to please yourself. It's time for you to be self-pleasing. It's time for you to do what you want to do with your life and not make decisions based on what other people want for you, other people's expectations of you. Let's get some more messages. And it's just like with this Princess of this in the reverse, you were not happy. You're not happy doing this. This is not what lights your fire. This is not something that you're passionate about, but it's like you settled. You settled because of the opinions of others. Or some of you are thinking about settling because of the opinions of other people. Let's get some more messages. I have the 9 of Cups. Your ancestors just want you to do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. What brings you joy. Do something that you'll be proud to get up in the morning to go to pour your energy into. Do whatever brings you fulfillment. Don't worry about what other people may think. For some of you, this is about a relationship. Do what makes you happy. Be with who makes you happy. You're not going to please everyone with your choices when it comes to connections, commitments, romantic partnerships. You're not going to be able to please everyone. As long as it's not something where you're being depleted emotionally, mentally, physically. It's not a toxic relationship, then you know what? If it makes you happy, then so be it. You don't have to settle. You don't have to date someone or choose people based off of what your family wants for you. Be yourself. I heard closet. For some of you, you're thinking about being more open about your sexuality. If it makes you happy, then do that. It's about you, pile one. This is your life. You only get one. So live it to the fullest. So let's pull some more messages. Spirit ancestor messages for pile one. I really feel like with this Prince of Discs, like you settled. For some of you, you really did settle for less than you deserve to make other people happy instead of putting your own happiness, your own needs first. Spirit, some more messages for pile one. Look at what I have, the Eight of Swords. It's time for you. I heard Go Ahead and Free Yourself by Fantasia. It's time for you to free yourself. It's time for you to come out of that mental prison, to stop worrying about what other people think, feel about you, your life, your decisions. No, because you're only holding yourself hostage. You're only hurting yourself. It's time for you to be free. Be free and be you. Let's get another message. Spirit, tell me about the Eight of Swords. Come on, I have the Nine of Cups again. Spirit keeps saying, pile one, this is about you and your happiness. This is about you and your fulfillment. This is about you making choices for yourself that is going to bring you joy. Things that will make you happy to get up in the morning. Things that will put a smile on your face. Bring peace to your soul. It's time for you to do what's best for you. And don't worry about anyone else. Let's get a message for this happiness. And again, Fantasia song, Go Ahead and Free Yourself. It's time for you to free yourself, to come out of bondage to other people. I heard pressure you. For some of you, there's people in your life who pressures you, or they try to pressure you into doing what they want you to do. But Spirit is like, no. Your ancestors are like, no. In this season, they want you to be happy. And then look at what I have. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. There may be some people who's going to come up against you, who are not going to like this new lifestyle, these choices that you're making. But everything is fine. I may have to listen to some unfair words. People may talk about me. People may turn their back on me, but everything is fine. Despite what swords are thrown at me, what daggers are being thrown at me, everything is fine because I'm happy. Regardless of what happens, regardless of the outcome, I'm happy. Let's clarify, everything is fine. And it's like, I heard like rough feathers. Like, you're going to ruffle some feathers. And it's like, you know this, but you know what? You're going to be happy in the end. It's for you. This is about you and your life. And about you finally standing up for yourself. Look at what I have. The Hanged One and the Tower. Yeah, this is going to ruffle some feathers. There's going to be some endings when it comes to some relationships in your life. There's going to be some people that you're going to have to let go of, or some people who's going to walk away, but it's okay. Because it's not about them, Power One. It's about you. The Hanged One. This is about you and your ascension. Your growth. Let's clarify the Hanged One. Spirit, give me a message for the Hanged One. And for a lot of you, you've been doing a lot of thinking about this already. Like, you know that it's time. You know it's time. It's time to make that change. It's time to do what you have to do for you. Because you can't worry about what everyone else is going to say, how everyone else feels about your life. Because they don't live it, Power One. Your ancestors really just want you to be happy, to be free, and to live your best life. That's what ultimately they desire for you. I have the King of Pentacles. For some of you, with this King of Pentacles, this is someone who you want to be in a relationship with. But there's been a hold up. I heard age difference for someone. There's been an age difference between you and this person. I also heard skin color. For some of you, you and this person may be from different races, but there's something there that people do not like when it comes to this connection. This person is able to give. They're able to provide. They are very balanced, stable. I heard confident. They can give you the life that you want, but it's like you've been holding back from this person in order to please everyone else. And it's like you have a choice to make. Are you going to choose your happiness? Or are you going to choose the happiness of others? That's the choice you have to make, because the Tower moment is coming. So it's either going to be a Tower moment when it comes to your fulfillment, or a Tower moment when it comes to the fulfillment of others concerning your life, your circumstances. But you're going to end something in order to pursue something else. There's going to be an ending in order for there to be a new beginning. Spirit, tell me more about this King of Pentacles. I have strength in the reverse. Yes, some of you were fearful. Fearful about this relationship. Fearful about being with this person because of her parents. Some of you were worried about what your parents were going to say. But like I said, the ending of one thing is going to be the beginning of something else. So the ending of you stop listening to everyone else is going to be the beginning of you finally being able to live your life and be at peace and have joy and be content. Or the ending of you walking away from fulfillment, from happiness, is going to be the beginning where you're giving people outside of you complete control over your choices, over your actions, over your happiness. So it's up to you what you choose to end. But your ancestors are saying that make sure that whatever it is that you do, it will bring you happiness in the end. That you're not sacrificing yourself for others. So let's pull some more messages. Spirit, tell me more about Pile 1. Come on, Pile 1. I have main male. I have despair. And I have community. Yes, some of you, this is about a relationship. You want to be with someone, but it's like your family, your friends are not having it. They're not in agreement and you're torn. You are torn between making your family happy or making yourself happy. But it's like your ancestors is saying, choose yourself. Everyone has their own life to live. Choose yourself. Choose you. So let's get a final message. Look at what I have. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Yes, it's time for you to release fear, to release worry, to release doubt. Stop being fearful of what people are going to think, feel about your decisions. It's time for you to release the fear. It's time for you to live. You can't live the life that you want, Pile 1, if you're constantly living in fear of others. Despair. It's like you're causing despair to yourself. Overthinking, worrying about something that you shouldn't even worry about. You give too much time and energy to the thoughts of other people. And it's time for you to stop it, to cease it. Put it at rest. And give that time, that energy to yourself. How you feel, what you think is all that matters when it comes to your life. So Pile 1, these are your messages. I hope they resonate. Stay true to thyself and real with thyself. Grow with me as I grow with you. Everyone stay blessed. Hello, pile number 2. So if you chose pile number 2, you chose this rose, this beautiful flower. So let's jump right into it and see what messages your ancestors have for you. So Spirit, what ancestor messages do you have for pile 2? What does pile 2's ancestors want them to know? Okay. I have whatever you have let go of is being replaced with something better. So yes, know that whatever you have lost is not going to be compared to what you are getting ready to gain. Yes. Whatever you have let go of, a relationship, a job, I heard career for some of you, you're getting ready to get something better. The next message I have is your ancestors are shielding you from harm, negativity, and energetic attacks. So yes, pile 2, the reason why you had to walk away from that relationship or that person walked away from you, the reason why that job didn't work out, the reason why that friendship ended is because of protection. Your ancestors want you to know that they were protecting you. It may have felt like you were being cursed. It may have felt like life was unfair, but no. Your ancestors can see beyond where you are right now. And they want what's for your highest good. So your ancestors want you to know that these endings that have taken place is not a form of punishment, but it's for your protection. So let's get some more messages to go a little deeper. Spirit, more messages? Okay. I have the Queen of Cups and I have the Four of Cups, luxury. For some of you, you are so overgiving. You have a big heart. You have a very pure heart. You like to give to other people. You're very loving, very compassionate. And people see that and they take advantage of you. People see your loving, your nurturing spirit, and they take advantage of you. I also heard energetic attacks for some of you. There's people who've been trying to attack you energetically. I heard out of jealousy, out of envy. But yes, people see your pureness and they take advantage of that. That's why your ancestors had to intervene and put an end to the situation. Because you're worth more than what this person was offering you or what these people were offering you. They didn't really see your true value. They took your kindness for a weakness. So your ancestors had to come in and cut the cord, cut it off. So let's pull some more messages. Spirit, tell me about the Queen of Cups, the therapist. Yeah, because you like to help people. You are really a giver, pile 2. You like to give emotionally. Look at what I have. The 7 of Wands. This is you being protected. This is your ancestors coming through and saying no. So pile 2, whenever you experience situations that don't work out, like all of a sudden you may be dating someone or you may have a friend and you stop talking for no reason. It's like, understand that it's really not for no reason. It's because there's something there that is not going to be for your good. There's something there that is going to have a negative impact on your life. And so your ancestors don't want you to go through that heartache, through that betrayal. So they stand up for you. When you can't stand up for yourself, your ancestors, they're standing up for you. They're sticking up for you. Because they know you like to see the good in people. You do not like to sit and think about whether or not someone is being genuine or not. You would rather just see the good in them. But your ancestors understand that, yes, everyone does have the capacity to be good, to operate from a high vibration, but not everyone chooses to do so. And for some of you, you haven't learned that yet. So your ancestors come through and say, we're cutting it off, and we're cutting it off now. Let's get a message for the 4 of Cups, luxury. Look at what I have, Tower. Yeah, there's some unexpected endings that have taken place or that is about to take place, but it is needed because this person or these people, they're like leeches. They're just trying to drain you energetically. Spirit, tell me about the Tower. I heard good-hearted. For some of you, this is family. I heard like loan money. You may have loaned money to this family member and they keep coming back over and over again. And it's time for you to just cut the cord, to just learn to say no. Because they're not going to pay you back. And then look at what I have, the 9 of Wands. Yeah, this is some of you becoming more guarded or needing to become more guarded when it comes to your time, your energy, your finances, yourself. Yes. Yes. I heard time is money. So for some of you, you really need to pay attention to what and who you give your time to. Because you could be doing something that's really going to elevate your life. But your ancestors want you to be guarded. And I also heard standing guard for you. They're definitely standing guard for you. You have some warriors. You have some protectors, pal, too. They want to protect you, but they also want you to protect yourself. They want you to use wisdom when it comes to your interactions, your dealings with other people. So let's pull some more messages. Spirit, give me some more messages for pile 2. Some more messages for pile 2. I have main female. Let's get another message. And I have child. For some of you, people like to play on your innocence. People really like to play on your innocence. They may see you as being somewhat naive. But this main female, for some of you, you have accomplished a lot in your life. And because of this childlike quality, this innocence that you have, people like to play on that. People like to take advantage of that. People like to take advantage of your giving nature, pile 2. So your ancestors want you to learn how to stick up more for yourself. Learn how to protect what it is that you have worked so hard to get. Because if you don't, there are people who will come into your life that will help you lose everything that you have worked hard to attain. Everyone is not pure. Everyone doesn't have good intentions. But this child is like, you want to see the good in people, but you just have to recognize that, hey, you know what? Some people just they don't operate from a good space. They're out here to use, abuse, take. They're selfish. And you just have to accept it for what it is. And protect what you have. Main female. For some of you, you have people in your life who just like to constantly depend on you for everything. And it's time for you to set boundaries. For some of you, this is family. I also heard children. It's time for you to set boundaries. You can't give to everyone. You can't do for everyone. So let's pull a final message. Spirit, what final message do you have for pile number 2? Okay. And for some of you, you like to give. You're so giving because of the difficulties, the challenges that you have experienced in your life, in your childhood. And it's like you don't want people to suffer. You don't want people to go through hardship because you know what it feels like. But you have to understand that sometimes people have to hit rock bottom. That's the only way they're able to change. And for some people, even when they hit rock bottom, they still don't change. And you have to be okay with that. This is about you making sure that you're doing what's best for you in any situation and not putting other people's wants, desires, needs before your own. Not allowing people to come into your life and sweep the rug from underneath your feet. Take advantage of you. Protect yourself. Guard yourself, pile 2. I have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. For some of you, I heard take a step back and reflect. For some of you, Spirit, your ancestors want you to just take a step back and reflect on your relationships. I heard pattern. Find the pattern. Find why do you overgive. And work on that. Heal that within you. Because once you heal it, then you will be in a space where when you do give, it's not out of a need to fill a void within you. Do some soul searching. Again, find the pattern and work on it. Change yourself. Change your actions, pile 2, to change your life. Once you change your life, once you set boundaries, the right people will come along with the right intentions. So pile 2, these are your messages. I hope they resonate. Stay true to thyself and real with thyself. Grow with me as I grow with you. Stay blessed. Hello, pile 3. So if you chose pile 3, you chose this tower. So we are going to see what messages your ancestors have for you. So Spirit, what messages does pile 3's ancestors have for them? What does pile 3's ancestors want them to know? Okay, I have the steps you are or aren't taking will have a long-lasting impact. So yes, pile 3. I heard choices and decisions. I heard options. For some of you, this is about you just making up your mind when it comes to your life, when it comes to a situation or circumstance in your life that is going to have a very huge and profound effect on your future. Your ancestors want you to know that whatever you do or you don't do is going to shift your life. It's going to change your life. It's going to change the course of your life. So make sure that you're making very sound and wise decisions, pile 3. So let's go a little bit deeper. Spirit, what does pile 3's ancestors want them to know? Messages from pile 3's ancestors. Look at what I have. Oppression. 10 of Wands. The steps you are or aren't taking will have a long-lasting impact. Yes, pile 3 for some of you. Depending on what you do when it comes to a situation, depends on whether or not you're going to end up being overwhelmed, stressed, feeling like there's never enough. This is going to impact your life. I heard poverty for someone. The decision that you make, it will impact your finances, your stability. It's all up to you. I heard take a chance and take a risk. Your ancestors want you to step out and be bold and take that risk. Embrace this new opportunity. Don't hold back out of fear. Spirit says release your fear. Because if you don't, there's a chance that you may end up being burdened, feeling weighed down, having more on your plate than you would have had you made a different choice. Your ancestors don't want you to be burdened. They don't want you to be stressed. They don't want you to be feeling oppressed. They really want you to start making the best decisions for yourself and for your life. Let's get some more messages. Spirit, tell me more about pile 3's ancestor messages. What do they want them to know? Look at what I have. The 6 of Cups, pleasure. You have oppression and pleasure. Again, I'm going to read this. The steps you are or aren't taking will have a long-lasting effect. So you have a choice between oppression, pile 3, and pleasure. Something that is going to make you feel burdened and overwhelmed, or something that is going to make you happy. That is going to make you feel content. The choice is yours. But you have a choice. You have 2 paths that is being presented to you. Which path are you going to take? Your ancestor says, choose the one that leads to fulfillment. Make sure that you are choosing wisely. Spirit says to lead with your heart and not your mind. Lead with your heart and not your mind. For some of you, this decision is not something that is going to require logic. I heard overthinking. For some of you, you need to stop the overthinking. What is your heart telling you to do? What are you being called to do? Pay attention to that intuitive nudge. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your spirit. Let it lead you. Let it lead you in the right direction. What is your heart telling you? Let's get some more messages. Spirit, tell me about oppression. Give me some messages for oppression. I have Judgment. For some of you, this is a side note. Make sure that you're making the best decisions when it comes to your choices. Because for someone, if you make the wrong decision, it may land you in jail or in prison. So make sure that you're using very sound decisions or making very sound decisions. Because if you don't, this is definitely a situation where your life will be affected forever. That's a message for someone. Make sure that you are making good decisions. For some of you, you may be worried about your child. Make sure that you're talking to your child about their friends, the company that they're keeping, because this is not going to be a good outcome. Yeah, I heard juvie, juvenile. Spirit, tell me more about Judgment. I have the 5 of Cups. For some of you, holding on to something from the past is stopping you from moving forward. This is a situation where you felt like you should have gotten everything that you wanted out of this relationship, out of this job, this career, but you didn't. It fell short, but you still keep looking back, holding on to it. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to let it go. For some of you, you're holding yourself back from this new beginning because you're still holding on to the past. You're still holding on what could have been, the could have, would have, should have. Your ancestors say it's time for you to release that. Let it go. You're at a crossroads right now, pile 3. You can go left or you can go right. It's all up to what you choose to hold on to. You have a choice where you can hold on to things from the past that didn't work out. Or you have a choice where you can hold on to yourself. Hold on to your hopes, your dreams, your future. Let's get a message for pleasure. Oh, I have the Empress. Yes. Pile 3. All things are working for your good. Spirit says it didn't work out for your benefit. For some of you, this is about a job, a career, a job you didn't get, a job you were fired from, let go. Spirit has something greater for you. For some of you, you're meant to own your own. You're meant to be your own boss. Entrepreneur. This is the route you're meant to take. It's time for you to let go. Let go of the mundane. You're not meant to have a traditional or typical career. You're meant to do something out of the box. You're meant to have flexibility. You're meant to have something with more flexibility. Something that's going to bring you happiness, fulfillment, financial stability, financial security. You're at a crossroads. Are you going to continue working 9-to-5 jobs just to get by, where you're not happy, where you're being overlooked, you're not appreciated? Or are you going to step out and create your own empire? You have a choice. This is about doing what's going to make you happy and not playing it safe, pile 3. Let's get a message for the Empress. I have the 7 of Wands and I have the 9 of Swords. Yes. And your worries will be over. Your worries will be over. You'll be glad that you made this decision. That you stood up for what you wanted. that you didn't back down. Even when things got hard, you still kept pressing. You still kept giving. And Spirit is going to reward you. But it's up to you whether or not you get that reward. Don't let the past stop you from your blessings. Don't let the past stop you from your destiny. Because your destiny is great. And your past is just that, your past. Crossroads. Do you continue repeating the same cycle? Or do you embrace something new? Even though it may seem scary, even though this may be your first time doing it, trying this, do you feel it's worth it? Spirit says at this stage of your life, pile number 3, do you feel it's worth it? Let's get a message for the 7 of Swords. I have the Knight of Pentacles and I have the 5 of Wands. You're meant to do this. Whatever you're being called to do, whatever spirit is pushing you towards, you're meant to do this. This is not something you have to fight for. This is not something you have to force. This is something that you possess naturally within you. Leadership. You're meant to be a leader. This is going to bring a lot of stability into your life. A lot of abundance into your life. But are you willing to take this path? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone? Let's pull some more messages. Spirit, give me some more messages for pile 3. Messages for pile 3. I have Thief. Let's get another message. For some of you, again, going back to this oppression, be very careful of the decisions that you're making in your life. For some of you, you may like the thrill of life. You like to live a very fast life. You may not make the best decisions, but it's like that decision is going to cost you. Not making the best decisions, not choosing wisely, say, will resort in you being imprisoned, incarcerated, being involved in the criminal justice system. So it's like you have 2 options. You're at a crossroads. Are you going to continue to go down this path? If you continue to go down this path, pile 3, you're going to end up with legal problems, legal issues. But if you choose something different, choose something that can give you that stability that you want, then you will be in the energy of the Empress. Stable, abundant. It's up to you. 2 different lives. A life involved in the criminal justice system, encounters with law enforcement, a criminal record, or a life where you're free to do whatever it is that you choose to do. You're happy, you're fulfilled, you're financially secure. You don't have to worry for anything. You don't have to want for anything. You have 2 paths. For some of you, I feel like I'm talking to someone who's very young. And again, I heard company you keep. You may like to follow your friends a lot. And Spirit is saying, like, no, you really need to make that decision. Are you going to go down a path of trouble? Or are you going to walk towards the light? The choice is yours. But understand, if you go down that path of trouble, destruction lies ahead. So let's get a final message. A time for healing. For some of you, you need to heal from situations that you've been through in the past. To stop holding on to things of the past. I heard self-destruct. If you don't heal, you're going to self-destruct. And it's not going to be good for you. You don't want to live in turmoil. You don't want to live in regret. Your ancestors are saying the time is now. It's time for you to get onto the right path, to make that shift, to make that change. Crossroads. You're at a crossroads. Which path are you going to choose, Pile 3? Because whatever path that you choose will determine the rest of your life. So Pile 3, these are your messages. I hope they resonate. Stay true to thyself and real with thyself. Grow with me as I grow with you. Everyone stay blessed.